what was interesting about you guys, the three Skratch Piklz that I saw on the first outing, we're getting into Mike here, is all three of you came with, it was almost like some Power Rangers Voltron shit, and you could tell off the bat when I first saw you guys live, the dynamics and what each person carried as a signature move. Is like your influences individually you could see them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, explain to me how you felt. You know, how would you define your role in a situation like the 3-piece Skratch Piklz?
I'm the backbeat of the group. I'm the drummer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I keep the time. That's
Mm-hmm.
that was my comfort zone. That's and just listening to them, like, Q would be the lead scratcher, Mike would be the fill-in. You know what I mean? So I kind of vibe off of them, and just and over the time I learned how to, like, when to come in and when to kind of just chill and not, just keep the beat. You know what I mean? It's yeah, just more. I was definitely more drums orientated. You know what I mean? I was the beat juggler out of the group. You know what I mean? So
You made it seem so easy. Like you guys, you just made it look like it was almost like a spaceship came down into the room. And it was like, yo, this is like they've been doing this all the whole time. Like you look like you've been doing it all the time.
oh man, it's just a lot of it's like just the way I hooked up with Mike and Q was just a lot of jam sessions stuff. You know what I mean? I happened to be there. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, also for me, you gotta understand too. I was the little kid watching them as I was growing up, and they were the big names in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? And
Did it blow your mind? Were you imposter syndroming it a little bit?
Oh man, I was tripping out. You know what I mean? Like I was, if you knew that they were gonna be at a gig, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we gotta go, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for me to be part of that group that I was looking up to is just blows my mind to this day. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And I never thought I'd be part of that equation. You know what I'm saying?
When you're in a situation like that, and that like you say, juggling and the imperfections, very rarely did I ever hear that from you, and even now. If you go onto any of the videos, the levels are super high. But going back to the technical side of things and how DJing's progressed, good and bad, it often feels like, yeah, man, like it's those imperfections in a beat juggle that actually makes your mind fill in the blanks, doesn't it?
Yeah, like that's the fun part about making routines and kind of trying to trip people out when you make them. You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's like a kind of off time or like a pause, but you want to keep their. But the goal is to always keep their head nodding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's just the fun part about it, man. And and I learned that drumming for the guys too. You know what I mean? Like just being able to complimenting what they're doing, and like when something's kind of ill, then you just kind of drop out and come back. Just like what a regular drummer does. You know what I'm saying? Of a band. Yeah. So, and listen to a lot of funk bands too, like a lot of Meters, and just growing up as a digger. You know what I'm saying? Like learning, like how to drop out and all that stuff. It's just try to apply that now with whenever I do stuff with the guys. You know what I mean?
For sure.